Hello everyone. In this video we will discuss about numerical methods for finding solution of algebraic and transcendental equation. These methods include bisection method, Regula-Folsi method and Newton-Raphson method. These method finds approximate solution of an equation. So let us start our discussion with the root of the equation. Suppose we have an equation in the form f of x equals to 0. The value of x which satisfies the above equation will be the root of the equation. So if we plot the function f of x versus x graphically, then wherever it intersects x-axis will be the root of the equation. For example, if I plot function f of x equal to x minus 2, as you can see it intersect x-axis at point x equal to 2. So x equal to 2 will be root of this equation. Also, the number of roots of the equation is same as the degree of the equation. If I have equation x square minus 4 equal to 0, the degree of this equation is 2, so it will have 2 roots. Also, when we plot this equation x square minus 4, we can see that it will intersect x-axis at 2 point x equals to 2 and x equals to minus 2. The equation can also have imaginary roots. If we plot the function x square plus 1, then you can see that it does not intersect x-axis, so both the roots of the equation will be imaginary. Also, the equation x minus 1, x minus 2 into x minus 3 equal to 0 is a 3-degree equation. So it will have 3 roots: x equals to 1, x equals to 2 and x equals to 3. Now we will discuss about intermediate value theorem. It states that if a function f is continuous in the interval a, b, then it takes on any given value between f of a and f of b at some point within the interval. So as you can see in the example, the function f of x is continuous in the interval a comma b, so it will take any value between f of a and f of b. I have taken three random values between f of a and f of b, and I am able to find at least one corresponding x value in each case. There may be a case where we can get multiple x values. In this example, function is continuous between point p and q. So if we see at f of x equal to 0, we are getting 3 x values. But for some other values of f of x, we are getting only 1 x values. Now we know the point where function intersect x-axis is the root of the equation. So in order to find root, we initially find two points a and b such that value of function at one point is positive while the value of function at other point is negative. And as the function is continuous between these 2 points, there is at least one point in the interval where the value of function is 0, and that will be our root. Now we will see how to find the solution of equation using bisection method. This method can be applied to any continuous function for which we know two initial values a and b such that f of a and f of b is having opposite sign. So for the given case, we initially know 2 points x0 and x1. So our solution will lie between these 2 points. Then we repeatedly bisect the interval and select the subinterval in which the function changes sign so that it must contain the root. So we found x2 value using x0 plus x1 by 2, and we can see that the value of function at x2 is negative. So our new interval will be x1 and x2. Similarly, we will bisect this interval and find value x3. We will repeat this procedure until required accuracy is met. This method gives us the approximate solution of the equation. Our next method is Regula-Folsi method. In this method also we require 2 points as in case of bisection method. For finding next iteration value, we will draw a line passing through these 2 points, and wherever it intersects x-axis will be our next value x2. In this case, we can see that the value of function is negative at x0 and it is positive at x1 and negative at x2. So the function changes its sign in the interval x1 and x2. So now we will draw line between x1 and x2, and wherever it intersect x-axis will be x3. We will repeat this procedure until the required accuracy is met. For finding the next iteration value x2, we will write equation of line passing through 2 points x1 comma f of x1 and x0 comma f of x0 as shown in the figure. As we know that equation of line is y minus y0 equals to m into x minus x0, where m is the slope of the line. So putting the slope value in the equation, we will get f of x minus f of x0 equal to f of x1 minus f of x0 upon x1 minus x0 into x minus x0. We will put f of x equals to 0 and x equal to x2 value in the equation, as we have to find the point where it intersects x-axis. In this case, we will get the x2 value. After simplifying, we get x2 equal to x0 f of x1 minus x1 f of x0 upon f of x1 minus f of x0. By using this formula, we can directly calculate next iteration value. Our next method is Newton-Raphson method. Unlike other method, we only need one initial value in this method. As shown in the figure, we have taken initial guess value as x0. For finding next value, we will draw tangent to the curve at x0 as shown in the figure. Wherever this tangent intersect x-axis is the improved value, that is the next iteration value x1. Similarly, we draw tangent to the curve at point x1, f of x1 as shown in the figure. Wherever the tangent intersect x-axis will be the next improved value x2. We will repeat this process until sufficiently precise value is obtained. For finding x1, we draw tangent from x0. As we know, slope of tangent at any point x0 on a curve is given by f dash of x at x equal to x0. So the value of f dash of x0 will be f of x0 minus f of x1 upon x0 minus x1. In this case, from the figure, it is clear that f of x1 equal to 0. So after simplifying this equation, we will get the x1 value as x1 equal to x0 minus f of x0 upon f dash of x0. So by using this formula, we can calculate the next iteration value.